Very good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this post-play press conference with Lungi and Ngidi. Just a reminder to everyone to please put your request to ask a question on the chat panel and to please stick to one question per person in the meantime. And finally, to please ensure that your monitors are muted until you ask your question. And once you're done asking, please remute once more. We'll start with Telford, Razeen, and then Sanele.
How's it, Lungi? Well today.
Thank you.
Sure. Do you trust the DRS system to do its job properly?
Yes.
Why is that?
I mean, we've seen it on numerous occasions being used all around the world. It's the system in place, and that's what we use as cricketers. So, yeah.
Sanele? Razeen.
Hi, Lungi. Without getting too much into the drama behind today's DRS incident, I want to know, do you think that wicket of Dean Elgar leaves things perfectly poised ahead of tomorrow? How much of a chance do you think India have with the ball going into that morning session, considering what's happened on the wicket after this innings?
I think everyone's still in the game, to be honest with you. I mean, if we were to have a 60-run partnership up front tomorrow morning, that puts us in a good position. But if they were to take early wickets, that shifts into them. So I think it's perfectly poised at the moment, like you said. Yeah, tomorrow's morning session is going to be really important for both teams.
Sanele?
Thank you so much, Sporazi. Well played today, Lungi. Just wanted to get the sense from you. Hopefully you won't have to bat tomorrow. Hopefully everything will be sorted by the batsmen in terms of the game. But from your perspective as a bowler, how would you assess the pitch going towards the end of the day with everything that the ball's been doing, looking ahead to tomorrow, especially since you just spoke about the morning session and how vital it will be?
Look, I think the ball's been doing something the entire Test series. There is a stage where, I think there's patches on the wicket where if you hit it, it does something a little bit more than, others. But all in all, I think we could see with patience, guys can score hundreds out there. There's been, I think, 270s already. So with the right application, I think there's runs in the wicket. But that's not to say, as a bowler, if you hit the right areas, there's also wickets as well. So I think it's a good cricketing wicket. I mean, everyone's in the game. So yeah, it's pretty evenly matched out, in my opinion.
Nathan?
Yeah, thanks, Nathan. Lungi, I just have a question. You guys as a bowling unit have had a good series. You guys have been doing a job, It's just been the batting that has fallen short. My question is, do you guys have like sort of a platform to speak to the batters? Since you guys have done your job and you guys don't seem to catch a break. Like you guys are bowling on each and every day of a test match. Do you guys have that opportunity? Have you guys expressed your thoughts to the batters to sort of encourage them, to do well? Do you guys have that sort of a platform?
Yeah, this is a pretty open team. So, anything we need to discuss in the change room, we do. To be honest, one thing we mainly do is tell them what has worked for us and what their bowlers are probably going to look to do. I think that gives them a bit of an edge in terms of seeing what's going to come. But yeah, I think we all know batting in South Africa is not easy. So yeah, like we said from the start of this test series as well, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough, but I think the team that toughs it out the best will come out on top.
Followed by Zaahier.
Hi, Lungi, well bowled. Lungi, I'm not sure where you were towards the last sort of 40 minutes of play, but whether you heard some of the things that were said on the stump mic, but the Indian players were pretty upset after the Elgar review didn't go their way. What does that do in the change room when you can see the opposition is getting a little bit irritated? Do you feel like, okay, we're getting them down here?
I think, reactions like that show a bit of frustration. And sometimes teams, capitalize on that. I mean, you never really want to show too much emotion, but I guess we could see clearly right there that, you know, emotions were high. That probably tells us that, you know, maybe they're feeling a little bit of pressure. You know, that was a good partnership for us as well. So I think they really wanted to break that partnership, and I think those feelings ended up showing there. But at the end of the day, I think everyone reacts differently to certain situations, and what we saw there is probably how those guys were feeling at the time.
Zaahier?
Lungi, can you just tell me what's it been like being part of a bowling unit where on every occasion somebody just put up his hand, and when the game was drifting, you saw India going with Pant and Kohli, and then you've had a fairly quiet game, and then you come up and you take those wickets, and on other occasions it's been Marco or KG, but as a bowling unit, you guys have just found somebody to put up their hand on every and pull back India every time.
Yeah, I think that was from the outset, you know, from the first test match, that was the type of language we were speaking in the change room, that there are going to be moments where, you know, someone's going to have to put up their hand. You know, we're not going out there with a team full of superstars. We've got good cricketers and we've got good cricketing brains, and it's always a team effort, you know. If someone's not taking wickets, you make sure you keep the runs down, and if it's your day, you make sure you cash in. And that session for me was my session, so, you know, you run with it as long as you can. On other days, it's been Marco and it's been KG and Doozy. First innings, you know, for us kept it really quiet. So I think it's been an all-round effort.
Ken, Niharika, and then we'll finish with Tyron. No more questions, guys.
Thanks, Sips. Well, Lungi, I think my question's been answered. Thank you. I won't go.
Lovely. Niharika?
Hi, Lungi. Well bowled today. Marco Janssen, your youngster teammate, has performed really well in the series. Could you just say about his performances, because he has been doing very well in the series?
Yeah, you know, he's taken to Test cricket like a duck to water, to be honest. Probably a bit of nerves in that first test, in his first bowling spell, but ever since, you know, he's clearly put his stamp down on Test cricket, and as a part of this team as well. You know, very proud of him. Yeah, he's got that fighting spirit, and he just wants to do well for the team, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I see a bright future for him as well. You know, can also shine with the bat as well, and I think we still yet to see that as well. You know, it's been great with the ball, but there's still a lot of Janssen that I think we're going to see.
Lungi, well bowled, Lungi, not just today, throughout the series. 15 wickets at an average of 15. Is this your best series for you personally with the ball?
It's hard to say. You know, I think I was decent in West Indies as well, but I think against this caliber of players, definitely. You know, it's been testing at times, and my role has been clarified to me, and I've just tried to perform as best as I can in that role. Like I said, you know, we're not a team full of superstars, so everyone's got to perform when they're asked to. So yeah, I'm very happy with my performance, and I'm just looking to keep it going from here.
Thanks.
Thanks, everyone. We'll chat to you tomorrow.